Okay, let's do this. We are
hot.
pretty much experts. We are like waist deep into Halloween month.
Yeah, waist
We're
deep.
way past knee
Coming
deep.
up on the nips.
Yeah, we're at that. You know, we're past that. Like when you're getting into a nice hot bath. You know, there's that really, really rough spot, and then once you pass that, you're just smooth.
Yeah.
We're north of the equator, but
Yeah. Midriffs.
midriff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's like
I'm
Connecticut.
Robert John Patterson here in Bucharest, Romania. This is my brother Mike
Hi.
and my other brother Skylar.
Oh, hey, everybody.
And yeah, we're pretty much experts. We've been talking about Halloween all month. Before we continue to talk about Halloween, thank you, Frontline Fiesta. Amazing intro song that gets catchier and catchier every time I do some
Every
post-production and have to edit these things. Just like, damn, this is a fucking track.
Yeah, it's a banger.
And a reminder, we're on iTunes, not SoundCloud. What's the other one? Yeah, SoundCloud. Fuck,
Yeah,
I don't know.
SoundCloud. Yeah.
iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Google Play, YouTube, Facebook. Cover your bases. We put slightly different stuff up on all of those
Yeah.
intermediately, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
don't miss
Extra
anything.
content. So listen to it on every platform.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
Share it with your family too.
So the last few weeks we were digging into, I don't know, specific stuff, monster aspects. This week we wanted to kind of talk about Halloween as a whole, as a history, and what it is today. And none of us did any research.
Well, I started working on my Halloween costume for this year.
Let's start there.
that counts.
Yeah, I'm gonna build myself into a cardboard tooth.
You're all about the cardboard
And-
costumes.
Oh, every year. I mean, I can't remember any of my costumes from my childhood. Like, I really can't. Like, nothing stand out. And then as soon as I kind of crossed that threshold into adult years, I started to go hog wild with Halloween, and now all my shit's on point. Like, this year I'm gonna be a cardboard tooth, and I'm gonna try and find some lacy fabric to make a thong out of, and I'm
Right.
gonna go as a loose tooth.
Loose tooth.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's a good one, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. I like that.
feel
I always
like
thought that would be a funny idea. Sorry, my phone's going off. This is fucking amateur hour over here.
Unprofessional.
Very unprofessional.
It's called
Oh my
airplane
God.
mode.
Yeah, holy shit.
Candle went out here. Let me get it going. There we go. Ugh.
I feel like I've always
Yeah,
gone
a sec.
fucking right into
Sec.
Halloween costumes.
Loose tooth though, Mike. I like that. I always thought it would be funny if you just took any fucking costume. Like, say you wanted to go as a stormtrooper, so you dress up
Yeah.
as a stormtrooper and then just put a thong and a bra over top of
Yeah.
it, and you just
Yeah,
be a
that's what I'm
sexy
doing.
stormtrooper, right? Like just how
Yeah.
girls' clothes are always just it's a nurse, but it's a sexy nurse.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's a great
Leukemia
idea.
patient, but a sexy leukemia patient.
Wow.
Well, I mean, someone's done it.
So yeah, probably.
The best part though is when girls describe the costume, they never say sexy nurse.
No.
They'll just say nurse and then just dress like
Yeah.
a slut.
Yeah. You're expecting Kitty Foreman from that 70s show?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking
Just
white
some
pants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's always
Just-
described. I'm gonna be like a fairy or a Tinkerbell, and then it's just that is underwear.
You are nude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just go as a stripper. Embrace it.
I remember going to a Halloween party one time and earlier in the day, running into some people that were gonna go there, and this girl was like, "I'm going as a pylon. I'll see you at the party tonight." It's like, okay, cool, see ya. And then she was there that night just wearing orange underwear with a pylon on her head. And it's like,
Brilliant.
she's not lying,
Yeah.
but that is not what anyone had in mind.
No, I dig it.
You were thinking like, wow, she's going all out, full cone.
Because on the surface,
Right,
though,
like-
you'd think like, oh, bathing suit and underwear, it's no different. But when you're like standing beside
Yeah.
someone that's just wearing underwear, it's like this shit is see-through.
Yeah,
Like,
oh,
it's
yeah.
not the same thing. Like if
Even
she had
know
an
the
orange
abomination.
bikini on, that would be one thing. But wearing
Yeah.
like a Victoria's Secret setup, it's like that's not the same thing. Like this is obscene.
Yeah, like women's underwear is pretty light and dainty shit.
Yeah.
Like their bathing suits are, hardy,
Multi-layered.
multi-layered, resilient garment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Could wear her to a job interview. You know?
you could.
You could. I mean,
You could take a
yeah.
dump in those things and it not slip anywhere.
No way. It's like a
But some
astronaut
panties?
Yeah.
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 That's
Trying
coming
to
out
dump
the
through
mesh.
I remember
try and
being a
dump through a
kid
thong and
and
split in two.
When I was-
pushes it to the side.
when I was a kid, I could not understand how a one-piece bathing suit worked. I was so stupid.
Like, what side do you go from?
I just didn't understand
through
how
the
that
leg
got
hole,
on. Like
or-
it just looked like it was magic.
They were born with it.
Yeah, I couldn't understand. Like, especially
their
like a
birthday
kid's
suit?
one piece that's like way more covered up. It's like a full
Yeah.
front, and like
Yeah,
the-
yeah.
and it was just like I could not understand. Like, how do you get into that? Like, it made no sense. So I'm
Yeah,
sure
I
like
was
my
always
parents.
thank-
I was always thankful that my mom had a one-piece suit when we went to Kelso Beach. Very thankful for that.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Hope she's
Yeah.
listening.
No, I hope she's not. Fuck you, Mom.
Shots fired in October.
Shots
I love you.
fired. Wow.
I fucking love you.
That's great.
Yeah, I
But
could,
like when I was growing up, like I honestly do not remember what I chose to go as for Halloween for the first 16, 17, 18 years. I don't know.
no.
I can't remember. I
Nothing.
remember being a Grim Reaper for probably 3 years in a row.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
Yeah. Wasn't really crazy about the costume. Was more crazy about the candy. Now I just want to fucking show up, look fresh, have some sex.
Yeah. Maybe get some candy.
Maybe get some
Maybe.
candy.
Yeah, who knows?
Mhm.
What always bugs me at Halloween parties is when like people act like they're character. I know that sounds fucking silly, but I fucking hate it. Like I wish that like costume parties were like you just wear the costume, you make the entrance, there's some talking points, but otherwise it's a regular party.
That is.
But there's
what it
always
should be.
someone that's like gone too far and they're like running around pretending they're the Wolverine slashing everybody or something. It's just like fuck off. Like who is this guy?
You know what? Truth is, I get that, but every once in a while it has its moments.
Oh, you
like
gotta,
if
like,
Wolverine slashes a beer out of someone's hand, that's like totally okay.
I remember I went to
Yeah.
store one year and I went around hitting people with my hammer, saying like,
Yeah,
"Hammer
see, that's
Thor,"
okay.
Like you gotta do it.
Mhm.
One night a year, I get to socially acceptable to hit you with my plastic hammer. I'm doing it.
Knocking beers
The
out of
rest of the
people's
time,
hands.
just
Knocking beers
the rest
out
of the time you
people's
just
heads.
carry it around.
Yeah, I think I still have that costume, so maybe it comes up in a later episode. I don't know.
All right.
Maybe our first guest spot will be Thor Odinson.
Wow.
That's his last name, Odinson.
Yeah, hey, he's the son of Odin.
Does he got a middle name? Son of
I think it's
Thor,
just Jeff.
son of Odinson.
Jeffrey.
Yeah. Jeffrey.
Yeah, that was, I don't know, that was
Yeah.
my go-to, was just off the rack, muscled
Yeah.
superhero. Go. You
I,
know,
like,
Tony
got
Stark
older
or
and
Iron
lazier.
Man.
As
Oh,
I got
yeah,
older and
lazy.
lazier, and then just embracing it, just buying the worst fucking costume. Like just
Yeah.
going for it.
Child's Tamagotchi.
Yeah. Buzz Lightyear like more than once.
Wore that till it fell off me.
Or just get a new one next year. There's been some like terrible, just off the rack, like characters that aren't really sure what it even is. Especially because I've never seen like a Lord of the Rings movie or anything, so I'll just buy whatever that thing is, like whatever, $25, and then at parties be like, "Are you this person?" I'm like, "No."
Fuck no.
Yeah.
Are you
Not
the spirit
Vito
thrower?
Morganson?
I'm like, no. The fuck is that?
I don't know. I've had fun the week before. It's usually like a couple days before Halloween. I'll really get into making my costume, and like I have done some wizardry with that cardboard.
Yeah,
I really have.
Master.
You know, my favorite one to date is I built myself into a milk carton.
yeah.
And it was the missing child on the side of a milk carton. You know, it wasn't as funny as I thought it was gonna be, but people did enjoy it.
People
that's
get
good
pretty into those like big dumb costumes.
It's awkward and it's uncomfortable, but it's one day a year and it's fun as fuck.
Though.
So you
Yeah,
just
yeah,
walk
for
everywhere? Sure. How do you transport yourself when you're wearing a big stupid like refrigerator box?
You usually drive to a pre-party and then put your costume on and walk over to the...
The real-
Most years, it's at this place called the Friendship Center, which is like in the center of town here.
Yeah.
And like it's the Witch's Brew, and I think it's like, you know, whatever, 15th annual Witch's Brew this year. So it's been going on for a while. There's always a live band, like... and everybody goes. It's like the one time a year where like you get to see certain people that you maybe only bump into at the grocery store, right? And like, you know, have a drink with them and catch up. So like not really friends, but it's a good time to get, you know, better acquainted
grocery
with
store
your
friends.
acquaintances.
We all got them.
Yeah, exactly.
Grocery store friends.
Guy
Like,
that
everybody
says hi to
goes.
me every day when I walk into Walmart. We're tight.
Yeah, Tom,
It's friendly.
Raj, yeah. So just drive to a pre-party or two, and then, you know, end up booting it around the rest of the night. And one year we fucking, I swear to God, we barely even made it inside that place. We were just getting tuned in the parking lot. We were outside more often than we were inside. And I think the band sucked, but it ended up just like being a ground party by the end of the night. Everyone's laying on the ground, you know, it's fucking
Good old
just
ground
trashed.
parties.
And, yeah, leaning up on your costume, laying on the ground.
Man, I'm
That's
due
why
for
you
That's
gotta
great.
go in a box. Now it all makes sense.
Yeah,
It's like the
And you
RV
can
of the Halloween costume.
It is, dude. You can squirrel shit away. Like, you can hide beer in there. It works. Yeah.
Now, are you wearing clothes under the box?
Oh, yeah. It's gonna be cold, dude.
Oh, sorry. I gotta ask. Full
Oh,
nude.
yeah. Full nude.
Full
Like, the
nude.
box only covers waist up, so full nude is like,
Yeah.
you know, fully exposed. Can't go full nude.
I remember, like, I want to go as, like, a grown-up Winnie the Pooh costume.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't like where this is going already.
And, like, just go, like, full fucking yellow and, like, have a shirt that instead of saying poo, it says shit. You know, because he's grown up.
Yeah.
But then it's always just like, but then I'd have to walk around with my dick out all night. Because that's how Winnie do.
Yeah.
You know? And, you know, I just
Get-
thought that would be good. And you can have, like, you know, I don't know,
That'd be good.
little ears. It'd be great. Put a thong on, you could be a sexy old Winnie the Pooh.
Ooh. Yeah.
Guess what-
I mean, you could. If you're in a
He's really-
pinch.
Yeah. Fun fact, Winnie the Pooh is into hot Carls.
Of course.
Of course he is, yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. Yeah. Pooh's just a nickname.
Well, what are you guys doing this year?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't really have any plans.
I need to
have
make some more friends. I only know like 5 people in this city.
What do you think
That's
they
pretty
do
good.
in
It's
Romania
alright.
for Halloween? Do they do anything fun?
Well, one of my friends is this 10-year-old kid that I skateboard with. And I asked him yesterday, what's the deal with Halloween? And he said it was really fun and you get to trick or treat. And I was like, yeah, I'm down. And he's like, yeah, and you go to the houses and they give you an apple. And I was like, wait, what? That's not trick or treating. Fuck that.
Yeah, they give you actual food in Romania because they're impoverished.
Yeah, pretty much. He's like, I hear in America they give you store-bought candy. And I was like, yeah, that's normal. I'm not fucking walking around getting apples. Like, you got a whole bag of apples by the end of the night? Like, what is that?
By the end of the block,
I think it's called
I'm
a bushel of apples.
Like, how many houses can you go to in a row and get an apple before you just turn around and call it a night? That's a short walk for me.
I think it ends up being like if you got like how long until you're just having fucking apple sack fights?
Yeah.
Right? Like it's just who can get the most apples and then who can beat the other people up and take their apples.
Yeah.
With
who
their
can
apple
make
sack.
the most sauce? Who can make the most sauce out of their apples?
You can only use your feet.
I think that's a decent segue into some of the research I did on the histories of Halloween.
You know what isn't a decent segue?
It's decent because I had no idea.
That it's a good segue. Yeah. You can make up something better. Like, you know why they would give apples?
No, I was going to say, I had no idea that until, like, the 1960s, like, Halloween was a fucking shit show. And it was all just tricks. Like, everyone was just,
all
like,
tricking?
breaking windows and derailing streetcars and burning buildings down. It was mayhem.
Yeah, I heard that like the British drunks and like mischief makers would wear masks so that people didn't know who they were.
Yeah, and that was the whole deal. You just like go in disguise and destroy the fucking city. And then like around the 1960s they tried to like make it more wholesome and turn it into a kids event and the whole trick-or-treating and stuff, and that's the like trick-or-treat nonsense of like give us some candy or else we'll burn your house down.
But you're just talking North America, right?
Yeah.
Like okay. I know North America has perfected it like a lot of other things.
Yeah, compared to this Romania give you goddamn apple bullshit. And
but
the 10-year-old kid thinks that's a good idea.
The reason why they gave apples is because it used to be like... interestingly, I found that like Halloween is basically like older than time itself.
It is,
like it was around before Jesus, and like it was like the pagans would celebrate the halfway point between the fall equinox and the winter solstice. And so it was like what they do is like they'd harvest everything and kill all the livestock and like get it ready for like the dead months basically, and then they would like have some people considered it the new year, like that was the start and change of their years, but that it was like we're gonna like one last night to like honor the dead. Like the dead were always involved with it. It was always about like paying tribute to like dead family members. And a lot of them they weren't allowed to eat meat on the Hallows Eve, or it was like some hare or some hane, something like that is what it's called.
Samhain.
See, I can't read that old Gaelic talk.
No.
But yeah, and it was they would eat apples. Like that was a big thing. Like they would eat, and I thought that was cool. That it's like and like I don't know if kids still bob for apples or if there's like an app for that. But I think it was cool. Like the apples still stuck around. Like it wasn't obviously they weren't getting like candy treats back in like the pagan days. It was like other food and
one of the
and they
reports
like
I read
confectionaries must have been 1800s
gave
or something.
Some credit to that though, saying that during this big party, like you're saying, like there's so much respect for the dead, and a lot of that came from like the summer is like a pretty easy living, and then the winter comes and it's like whatever food you have harvested, like that's all you fucking got. So like people dying over the winter was like pretty damn common. So then like a big part of this celebration was like celebrate the dead, like respect the dead, because there's a pretty good chance you're gonna die and you want someone to do that for you next year. But then like because you're celebrating the dead, like they believe that like the line between the living and the dead blurred, and some of the dead could like walk the earth again. So they would leave like little cakes and treats out to distract, so that the like evil spirits wouldn't come to the house. They would like stay at the doorstep and just eat the cake or whatever.
Yeah, like Romans used to do that. They'd like pour milk on a grave and leave him a bunch of cakes or something.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
They're called soul cakes. I
Soul
read. I
cakes,
thought
there
that
you
was
go.
Soul
fucking,
cakes.
yeah, straight out of the
Yeah.
1970s.
So cool how you could like trace
Yeah.
back all these little things to these old pagan rituals.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's like, it's funny, like, the more I read about, like, the origins of different holidays and how they're all just fucking pagan holidays that have
Yeah.
been around for hundreds and hundreds of years, but then, like, at some point, Christianity usually takes it and spins it. Like, even
Yeah.
eventually,
Yeah.
like, Halloween became a Christian... Christianity
All
actually
Hallows
moved
Day.
their All Saints Day from
Yeah.
May
Yeah,
1st
whatever,
to November 1st to
Yeah.
coincide, where
Yeah.
it was like...
And
You
to
can still do
overthrow
your-
it, kind of like they wanted to take the
or
shine
like
off
you
it.
can join our holiday, like
Mhm.
join our religion, because like you won't even have to change your holidays, kind
Yeah.
of thing, right? Like you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
still do your
Yeah,
Halloween, and then the next day you can recognize All Saints Day, right? Like
Yeah,
it's
Mhm.
fucking crazy. And but like Halloween, like the hallow in Halloween we used to mean that was like to be like hallow, like holy, like so it like represents like saints and martyrs that had died for like Christianity. Like you were supposed to recognize them at like one point, like when the Christians got their claws into it. But yeah, and also like RJ, to build on what you were saying before about the one thing that I thought was really fucking cool. It's like this is like out of a movie or whatever, right? Was that like not only was the lines blurred on that day, on that night, but also that like all the souls that would have died in the year prior only had the one chance to cross into the afterlife, and it was on All Saints Day. So the night before that, it was like the dead had the opportunity to come back and get revenge on anybody that they didn't like, or like, you know, wanted to avenge themselves. Like, this is your last chance. You can come back. You can do whatever you want, but then you gotta go.
The Purge.
So, yeah, and so like that was where like just like the Purge,
Yeah.
and that's where like the custom for like the costumes came in, was that people would disguise themselves, so when the spirits came back, they wouldn't be able to recognize them for one night.
Oh, really? That's where it came from.
Yeah, like, but I mean,
That's
you
like-
hear like there was other ones I heard where it's like it's a weird. Some of them are about like even just to scare the dead off, like.
Mm-hmm.
This all kind of started in Ireland, right? Is what I found too. Is that it's not even North
Yeah.
American. It's just the Irish pagans, just like, you know, would light giant bonfires to. Some of it was to to let good spirits know where their homes were, so they could come home and hang out with their families one last time. And there was always like tributes and food given out, and like a place would be left at the table for the dead relative. But then the other, like the flames were also there to ward away evil spirits and to cleanse the towns of any kind of wrongdoing.
and to do like
Right.
big old sacrifices.
Oh, probably.
I was
Goats,
reading a
not a
thing
good time to be a goat.
Yeah, no, exactly. I was
No.
reading a thing about like they believed all year that they had taken from the ground and from the earth and nature. So this like being the last day before winter was when they could give back. And it's just like whatever horse was too old and wouldn't survive the winter, like throw it on the fire, like goats,
Make it
everything,
blue.
like just put it all in that big bonfire, and that's like the gift back to the earth.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
crazy though. Like you know, they pretty much you can count on at least one family member starving to death through the winter.
Oh, easily.
You got to think his last minutes, his last seconds. He's thinking, "Fuck, we shouldn't have burned that horse.
Yeah, for
You
sure. Could
know,
have eaten it for
I
ourselves.
could have been eating that horse right now."
Yeah. Or rode it away from here.
Yeah,
Fuck
or
my
used
family.
it to keep warm.
Yeah.
You know, all
Like
kinds of
Leo
things.
did in The Revenant. Just cut
But
it
it's
open
like-
and
Yeah.
sleep in it.
Ireland doesn't get that cold. Like I don't think they're freezing to death. I think they just like have to like ration their food real well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ration their potatoes.
Yeah. Yeah, there it is. That's
There you go.
potato famine. Next up. No.
Next episode, is that
Yeah,
what we're
no
doing?
one's talking about that.
The Irish potato famine.
Or what else I read was like the story of the first ever jack-o'-lantern. Did you guys come across
No,
that story?
I didn't go that
Yeah,
deep.
the man Jack OLantern.
No,
right.
his name was just Jack.
Yeah,
Well, let me have a
Yeah,
little sip
well,
here.
Yeah, either way, it was Jack and something about devil's hellfire and a turnip or something.
Yeah, so Jack
Yeah.
was walking home after a night of drinking in a drunken stupor.
Ireland still, I bet.
Yeah, definitely in Ireland.
Yeah.
And he...
His name was Jack OLantern.
His name was not Jack OLantern. It was just Jack. His name was Jack.
Fine, Jack O'Donoghue.
And on
But,
his way home, I guess he encountered, like, Satan, the devil, and he convinced Satan to climb a tree. And so, Satan being like, yeah, I can do that, he climbed this tree, and when he got to the top, Jack carved a cross in the base of the tree, which prevented the devil from coming back down from.
Ooh, that Jack is a trickster.
Yeah. Oh, he's an intelligent bastard. But then, so he convinced the devil, like, he struck a deal with the devil, said basically, like, I'll uncarve this cross, just dig it out, if you don't take my soul when I die. Because he was, like, a drunk, a cheat, a liar, like, you know, just a shitty person, probably an adulterer.
Well, the devil came to see him on his walk home one night. What does that say about Jack?
Exactly, right? He's not a good guy.
Total
You know? So
piece
he
of shit.
convinced the devil to be like, hey, like, I'll let you down if you promise to never take my soul. And the devil agreed because he was like, I don't even like this tree. Like, what? I'm an idiot, right? Caught with your pants down. But then, so a couple years later, Jack dies and tries to go into heaven. But heaven's like, no, like, you're not coming into heaven. Like, you're a liar, you're a cheater, you're this, and that, adulterer, you're a shitty person. Like, well, you're not coming in here, you're going to hell. But because he had made the deal with the devil to not take his soul, he was refused entry into hell. And as like a fuck you, Satan threw a coal of hellfire and brimstone at Jack, and he dodged it, and somehow picked it up and put it in a turnip, and walks around for eternity looking for like a way to pass over, kind of thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that turnip in the coal in the turnip, it was the first ever jack-o'-lantern. His name wasn't Jack OLantern. He just made a lantern.
Yeah,
but then so
how did he like carve the turnip out?
That's the funniest part of the story.
That's the funniest part.
Yeah, it just It just landed in a turnip, and
he
just
had that turnip on his fucking belt.
Yeah, he just had half a turnip on him.
I'll give it some triangle eyes.
But it wasn't, and so like, but I guess they did carve the turnips too, like, and to make little faces.
Yeah.
But when the Irish came in to North America as immigrants in the early 1800s, there was pumpkins, which were bigger and easier to carve, so they transferred it over to the pumpkin, and that is the story of pumpkins. Jack-o'-lantern pumpkins.
OLantern.
It's all about convenience. Because can you imagine trying to fucking carve a little, like, a sweet cat into, like, a turnip? You wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
I don't even know how you could, like, cut the top off and empty it. Like, I feel like your knife would just
get
go
a cold.
right through it.
How big's a turnip?
I think it's, like, a little bigger than a carrot or an onion.
Yeah,
no,
it's not
really?
big.
They're not big.
Yeah, it's not big.
I thought it was like...
I think I've seen them a little bigger, but, like...
Didn't you throw turnips at people in fucking Super Mario 2? Wasn't one of them a turnip?
Yeah. Yeah, you pull it out of the ground and chuck it.
Mm-hmm. The big...
And it did look like a carrot. Okay, yeah.
The big white ones are like onions or something in Mario 2.
Parsnip.
And you could throw pumpkins. Yeah, parsnips.
Yeah, you could throw jack-o'-lanterns.
Jack-o'-lanterns. But it makes you wonder, though, right? Like, you have all this... If you're doing all this, like, sacrificing... Or not sacrificing, but you're, like, harvesting all your fucking food, but you're carving up, like, turnips and carving shit and putting candles in them to scare people. Like, you're just wasting the food.
You're wasting your food.
Yeah.
You're ridiculous.
Remember when you're fucking dying on day 8 because you ate all your food and you're like, oh, but that prank I pulled on Patty O'Sullivan, I left the flaming turnip on his mother's gravestone. Patty O'Lantern.
Fucking Jack's brother, Patio.
I had a friend
Patio
that
lantern.
confided in me one day. If she ever listens to it, I hope she hears this. But she told me that when she first heard the Kim Mitchell song "Patio Lantern," she thought it was about a guy named Patio Lantern, like an Irish dude. Patio Lantern.
Who is that? Who is
I
that?
can't say names on this program.
Oh yeah.
Your roommate.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Not the roommate, friend of a roommate.
Oh,
Y'all
okay.
know
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Good girl.
Yeah,
Good
I mean, like,
person.
they probably, the whole turnip thing probably started with potatoes, and they ran out of potatoes. That's where the whole potato famine
Likely.
came from.
Making
And
stupid jack-o'-lanterns.
making lanterns out of potatoes, and then ran out of potatoes. Like, well, we better use turnips. No one likes fucking turnips anyways.
No one does.
It's a good chance
Yeah,
the
no
whole
one's eating.
potato
Just a theory.
famine just started because everyone was a picky eater.
They're sick of potatoes.
Sick of potatoes.
Or maybe they only liked potatoes, and that's all anybody ate.
Yeah, also
Because they're
I don't-
picky.
There's got to be some nutritious value out of a potato.
There's some.
Maybe.
Depends if you slather it in butter.
I don't think they had butter back then.
Oh, they had butter. I think they invented butter. The pagans.
The pagans.
Yeah.
The pagans,
day
man.
of
I don't
butter.
know. I'm like, every time we fucking read shit, it's always them.
It's always
it always
the
comes
pagans.
back
Yeah,
to
yeah.
the stonemasons, you know? Pagans had it right, and we just haven't changed our ways ever.
But is pagan a religion, or is that just what Christians call everything that wasn't Christian? Like, I think
think it's
you're throwing
everything
credit
that's
on a
not.
lot of different people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like, you know, like Zeus and Jupiter and Odin are all pagan religions,
Yeah.
right? Like, a lot of,
So, like, every religion is pagan other than Christian.
like, there's a good chance that the Northern Irish people could have been the Celtics, I think is what they were. Like, not the basketball team, but that's how I
that's
kept
no,
reading
it's the same
it.
deal. Like the Celts.
Yeah.
There was no Larry Bird.
No, Larry Bird wasn't there.
It's the same word. Celtic.
His
cross and all
ancestors
that
might
shit.
have been, yeah.
Larry O'Bird.
Yeah. Larry Bird. But they would have, I don't know. I don't even know where I'm going with this. Fucking Halloween.
Fucking Halloween.
Yeah.
Blackface too is another, like, that was the other thing I
That's
read
where
that
you're
I
going,
thought
of
was
course.
funny. Was that blackface, like, gets a lot of hate these days, which it totally should, and I'm not saying it isn't, but
Yeah.
one of the things I read was that blackface has been around since the start of the whole pagan, some hair, some Hain, religious thing, where what they do is, again, to hide from the dead that wanted to seek revenge on them. People would wear masks, and if they didn't have the money to wear masks, they would take the ashes from the giant bonfires that they had and smear it all over their face and just go blackface and hide themselves that way.
I think that's a different blackface, though.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hollywood ruined it.
I think you can put black
And Broadway.
makeup or dust all over your face without any racial connotation, and it's
Oh, that's what I mean. I'm not. I'm just
they're
saying
not
though.
disguising
it's
themselves as
blackface.
like, oh, we're just a bunch of black people. Don't mind us.
No,
Well, you don't know.
You know,
That's-
I guess you don't know.
you don't know, but
I don't think
yeah,
those Irish
Hollywood and
people,
Broadway fucking ruined
pagans,
that.
would have seen a black person. But
Yeah, probably not.
Probably not.
so it was innocent. It was innocent, right? Like at that point for them.
Yeah, but you couldn't do it now.
No,
Even
God, no.
if that was
People
your
just
idea,
jump to
you couldn't do it now.
conclusions.
Yeah.
for sure, right?
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. It's the world we live in. They jump into conclusions. It should be an Olympic sport. Like, we're fucking getting there.
The long jump to conclusions.
Like esports are a thing now. Like jumping to conclusions is definitely an Olympic sport.
It's getting there.
Yeah, it's getting there for sure.
Oh, it's there.
Yeah. The
But
social
yeah,
Olympics.
There was other things I read too, where like when it first came in North America, like New England refused to celebrate the idea of Halloween.
Yeah.
They thought it was
Yeah, the
like,
Christians, right?
Yeah, the Christians.
Yeah,
the
they-
South really took to it. The North America, like
The
New
blackface
Englanders
part especially.
didn't. But then, like coincidentally enough, these were also the same people that were like burning and hanging witches, right? So
Yeah.
Maybe they should have just celebrated Halloween. Got that shit out of the way.
I saw a thing crediting Charlie Brown in that fucking Great Pumpkin movie
Totally.
as like the wide acceptance of Halloween in the 1960s. Like that was the one like piece of media that established a lot of the rules, and it was like mass produced and every kid fucking saw it. Because before that, like you're saying, like kids in Chicago and kids in Philadelphia or Florida, God knows what happens in Florida. Like they all have very different, like the world just wasn't connected.
Yeah.
Even within the United States. So now like Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown comes out and just like establishes a bunch of rules, trick-or-treating, costumes.
Yeah, totally.
Like what a costume was. Like before that, people just dressed as like hobos or like whatever homemade thing they had.
Yeah.
And that was the like, no, you dress up as a witch, you dress up as a this or that. So it's like,
yeah, I thought that was interesting too.
We can like look at Charlie Brown as the like godfather of Halloween.
Yeah, like the modern day Halloween.
Thanks,
And
Charlie
same with
Brown.
John Carpenter's Halloween.
Yeah.
Apparently that fucking, turned a new leaf too for the American public. Right? Started a genre.
It did
started
start the
whole
genre, yeah. It's first slasher
like,
horror movie.
Yeah.
the creepy side of Halloween that that the thing that people were probably fearful always anyways is that if you're out disguised as somebody else, there could be anybody lurking or up to no good, right?
Right.
I was gonna say, like, what a segue from Charlie Brown to fucking Michael Myers. Like, only I'm pretty much experts.
Same sentence, segue.
Yeah, I thought when I saw that, a little blurb about that, so I looked into it, and like, the mask they used for the original Michael Myers was supposed to be like a William Shatner mask.
Yeah.
It was a William Shatner mask.
Yeah. So
they
bad.
They
looks
spray
nothing
painted
like
it white.
William Shatner.
And added like a wig to it.
Oh, is that? Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
the wig doesn't make sense for
Yeah,
me.
no,
It's
it's
totally
new
just
hair.
like one of those
So
Nixon
bad.
masks,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like,
It's just like a shitty rubber mask. And they added some hair.
that'll do.
Yeah, that'll do.
Did you see that Danny McBride he wrote that like new
It's
one?
a different Danny McBride.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's too bad.
I know. I don't know why
Wow.
you would be a writer, director, and have a name like that and not be Daniel McBride or something.
Something
Yeah.
more credible.
I don't know. Like, everyone knows the other Danny McBride. And it doesn't
Yeah, at
seem
this
like a
point.
stretch that he's like... Because you got, like, John C. Reilly, like, jumps in and out of, like, comedies and dramas, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, okay, Danny McBride is, like, directing movies now. But it's like, no, totally different guy.
No, and like, what's that other guy that Jordan Peele did that?
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever that movie was. That movie was
Get
really
Out
cool.
or
Get
whatever.
Out. He's going to do the
Yeah.
new Candyman remake, too.
And he's
Oh, wow.
also attached to like a Twilight Zone remake.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a movie or a TV
Ooh.
show, but he's going to be the host of it.
Yeah.
Fuck, I hope the Twilight Zone's good. I used to like that show.
You watch Black Mirror?
Yeah, Black Mirror's like the new Twilight Zone.
Yeah,
It's
that shit's
fucking
fucking
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that got me for like I look forward to coming home and
Yeah.
being able to watch the
yeah.
next episode.
When that guy
You know, it
fucks
was
that
wild.
pig first episode, they had me at pig fucker. Like I've
Yeah, that
never
was
missed
it.
it ever since. Like
Yeah, you're gonna cross that line, I'm in.
that was like one of those shows where I remember me and the roommate watching it and being like pausing it every like 5 to 10 minutes and just being like,
What the fuck?
is this really what this show is about? Like what the fuck?
Yeah.
And it's like, this is fucking crazy. And then like coming to terms with it, we're just like, oh my god, he's gonna fuck that pig. Like he's totally gonna do it. Like he has to. And then when he fucks the pig, it's like, oh man, that poor pig. Like that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Spoiler
wild,
alert, he fucks the pig.
I don't think
For
I've
like
seen
an
that
hour and a
episode.
half. No,
That's the
No.
with the
I
politician.
haven't seen that many
That's
of them.
that's the first episode.
Yeah, I feel like I didn't see the first season. Like I came in season 2.
Oh, now
yeah.
here's another statement. Like the first season, I think there's only 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And they're kind of
Yeah.
some of the best episodes.
Okay.
For sure.
But
Yeah.
there's some good ones. Did you see the one where the kid gets caught jerking off on the internet?
Nope.
Yeah, and has to deliver those packages and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
let's
We
not
won't.
spoil
Don't say
it.
anymore. Yeah,
Yeah.
Don't
It's
spoil
a-
alert that one.
That
one's
might be like
fucking
the
wild.
second best episode. Yeah, one of the 2.
Yeah, that was up there for sure.
I feel like
yeah.
I saw all of the 3rd season when I was in Ireland last year, because like the family I was living with was like big on Netflix at night.
Yeah.
So I watched all of the 3rd season, but anything before that's a
Yeah,
blur.
you should. You
Which
should go
one's
back
the 3rd
and
season?
watch
Like
this.
they just came out with a season. That must have been
That was the
4.
3rd one, I think. There's like a
Oh,
Star
so, like-
Trek-ish episode.
Yeah, and the one with the
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
robot dogs.
Yeah, that season.
That was
I saw that
my
season.
That was my favorite episode of that season. I
The
thought
robot
it was like,
dog.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
real life Terminator. And
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Yeah.
right, like I just thought I like that super. I don't know. I thought the new season was a little too heavy on digital selves, digital like. It was all
Yeah, it
just
seemed
about,
like that was the undertone.
oh,
right?
someone
I thought
got
that
my
was
DNA and made a digital self
Yeah.
of me, and I thought that was a bit much.
I thought
Like
that
every
was the
episode.
The
theme
same
of the
one where
whole
the-
series, though. But I guess I never saw the 1st season. Like
No,
it was
it's
all
just-
like
yeah.
technology, like will be our unfolding or downfall.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure that's just the 3rd season primarily. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, that's the
there's,
undertone.
You know, lots of different cool. Like one episode where it's like the bees have all died, so they make mechanical bees. You know,
Yeah.
and it's kind of just like a weird technological advance that is like we're on the verge of making, but
Mhm.
then it also going
Yeah.
completely Jurassic Park. At the same
Yeah,
time.
being used for, malintent.
evil.
Is that the same? Is that the same season where that woman is constantly put through that ringer of like the apocalypse has come and there's these weird people on the street and they're chasing her?
Oh,
and they
yeah,
go through the
yeah.
whole thing. Is that the
Yeah.
same season as that? Yeah.
Might be. Yeah, that was a
Yeah.
cool. Yeah,
That
Yeah,
one
Jay.
was trippy too.
Go to town, watch that pig get fucked. You'll love
Yeah,
it.
definitely go watch that shit. Yeah. Fuck. Well,
I
now
bet a
we're
lot
here.
of I bet a lot of pigs got fucked up on Halloween.
Yeah.
All those
Speaking of
sacrifices.
pigs, hanging out at the skate park with this 10-year-old kid and like trying to learn some Romanian. The only
Yeah.
expression I remember is Booyah Garda, and that means "suck my dick, cop."
Booyah
You know what?
Garda.
Booyah Garda.
I was gonna question like, why you're hanging out with a 10-year-old, if it's okay that you're hanging out with a 10-year-old, but now that kid is
The kid
cooler
is
than
cool.
you.
Yeah,
So, like,
Yeah, no,
yeah.
he's
kid's
a
cool.
prodigy.
Yeah. Say it again.
Booyah,
What is it?
like moo, like a cow, and yeah, like something's cool.
Booyah.
Booyah Garda.
Suck my
Booyah
dick.
Garda. Suck my dick, cop.
He said that like you'd say that in the same way you'd say like "fuck the police," but like
Yeah.
"Booyah" is like a blowjob. It's like blowjob to the cop. Like suck my dick, cop.
Little 10-year-old kid.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sounds cool.
Pretty rad kid.
Yeah.
He's your coolest friend there?
No, but he's like a
Okay,
daytime
okay.
friend. Go to the
Yeah,
skate
yeah.
park and hang out with Colin.
Well, that's good.
Right on.
It's a fine line.
Romanian named Colin, eh?
It's spelled all fucked.
Like
backwards.
colon?
Yeah,
K.
kind of like colon,
Colon with a backwards K.
backwards K, and a 7 in there somewhere.
Yeah, that backwards N, too. I think they do that.
Fucking Booyah
It's
Garda.
all just backwards. Now, what about like the Mexicans? They do Day of the
Yeah,
Dead.
Day of the Dead. I was
Like,
thinking
what-
that when you're talking about the crossover and the ancestors visiting them, that's what they do for Day of the Dead, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Now, I feel like this could be completely made up, but I think the Day of the Dead is the traditional All Saints Day in May.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, I feel like
No,
All
that's-
Saints Day should just be the day that everybody sits down and listens to the British pop girl band All Saints.
Yeah, I'm not participating.
Day of the
in that.
Dead in
I think
Mexico
you
is
would.
still in
I think you would.
November
Love.
1st. It's the same day.
Sorry,
Cinco de Mayo is different than Day of the Dead.
Okay, yeah.
No, May 5th.
Yeah, that's Cinco de Mayo.
Yes, that's what Cinco de Mayo is.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
Day of the
yeah.
Dead's still the same thing in Mexico. They just go all out.
Oh, is it?
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a Catholic deal.
But that
Yeah.
Cinco de Mayo is like the original Day of the Dead, isn't it? Like Lemuria. It used to.
Isn't it like
I
their
think it's
Independence
like
Day?
Oh.
more just
It was
like
all in May.
a Independence Day thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like it's not really.
Even as I said that though, I don't think it is their I think they have a different Independence
They have like
Day,
a
but,
bunch of war. It's a celebration of
Yeah.
something.
Cinco de Mayo is just like the one that people cling to, but there is like their own Mexican Independence Day.
Yeah,
I'm
of
sure they
course.
celebrate that time they beat America at the Alamo,
Yeah.
as they should.
Yeah, they call
And
that
when
one
they
Cinco
sent
de
back
Cuatro.
the Spanish is like a big one.
Or it was Cuatro de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
Have you seen
Yeah,
that
May 4th.
Pixar movie Coco that came out last year?
Absolutely not.
It's
It's
awesome.
like
I
a
don't
fucking
think so.
8. You're the one hanging out with 10-year-olds watching fucking kid
I
movies.
actually saw that movie with
Yeah,
a
dude.
7-year-old man.
Intervention!
Yeah.
on the other end of the spectrum.
Intervention!
I went and saw that with
Get
my
your vacuum
7-year-old
cleaners for having an
roommate
intervention.
Jeff when I lived in Spain last year.
Your 7-year-old
70.
friend?
He was an old man.
Oh, okay.
70,
That's
yeah.
also weird, RJ.
These
Yeah.
are just situations I find myself in.
Yeah.
This
Well, find
I just
yourself in
rented a
better
room from this
situations.
old
Quit hanging out
Jeff
with
that looked
fucking
a lot.
retirement homes, playgrounds.
Jeff was like a spitting image of Robert Blake from that scary Lost Highway movie.
Nowhere. Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh,
He
yeah.
was creepy as shit, and just
Killed
like
his
Isn't that guy a
wife.
murderer?
yeah,
Yeah. No, he paid
Like a
someone to kill
legit-
his wife. Fucking Beretta did that shit.
but
Beretta.
check out Coco. It was fucking good.
What about Coco?
Coco.
The movie,
That's that movie.
It's
The
about
fucking
Day of the
gorilla?
Dead. Sick. The music is awesome. Like the song is
No, it's
legit, like a banger.
It's like about a gorilla? The
No.
Coco the gorilla?
It's like
Oh.
some Mexican kid like accidentally like passes into the afterworld like Beetlejuice and gets stuck there.
Mmm.
And this is Coco, not Highway to
Oh,
Lost.
fuck. I know the one, and he steals a guitar
Yeah,
or
it's
something.
fucking sweet. And he just
Yeah,
plays some
yeah.
sweet folk music and shit.
Yeah. You like that, eh?
Yeah, it's good.
Huh.
It's got young kids in it.
Intervention.
Intervention. Find a new skate park.
I do need to find a new skate park. This one is fucking haggard.
It looked pretty sick, but, like, sketchy.
You'll die there. Like the top of the pyramid
Yeah.
is just gone. Like they just took it.
Yeah.
So like you
They
have
had
to
to
like
build
People
housing.
died there?
you would like
Oh.
it is just in,
There was that handrail with a pit.
yeah. There's like a pit
There was like a
in the
kicker
middle
onto
of
a
it.
handrail, pit,
And
another kicker.
all the like screws are sticking out like a half a centimeter. So if you like fall and slide down, you just get shredded.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a bad spot, but
Do him a solid and fucking get a drill and start zapping those back in.
fucking Booyah Garda. Get the cops to do it.
Booyah Garda for sure.
Booyah Garda.
That's gonna be my new mantra.
That's
Yeah.
a good one.
It's so much better than just yelling pig at my window. when
Yeah,
I
you
drive
can yell
past.
Booyah Garda in public. No one knows anything.
No. Yeah, that'll get you tasered. Hey,
Yeah.
didn't you?
Well, I don't roll my
you
window
were-
down, but I do usually yell it. I'm a child like that.
When the roommate's not around.
No, she's there, and she gets real
Yeah.
mad at me. But you know, you just gotta call it is. Spade's a spade, you know?
Yeah.
Have you two put any thought into this year's costume? You tend to bring it as a pair.
Yeah, you and your roommate.
I don't know. You know what? We didn't do anything last year, and there's been no talk this year
shit.
at all. I know. So
Weird.
Discussions have stalled.
Getting old.
yeah, we're just at a fucking bypass, and I don't know. It just there's like, what do we do? on Halloween. I think we just don't have that many friends anymore that are also as into it as we are, that it's like, let's go. And I don't know, we were actually talking about potentially going to, I don't know if it's for Halloween or just like in and around the season, but there's like an escape room that's at I think it's like Fort York or something. It's like downtown Toronto. There's like a Pioneer Village.
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah.
around this time of year, they like make it all like a escape room, and it's all based around like a weird fucking cult apparently. And
Isn't that, what the fuck is that called? Isn't it like Fright Night or?
No,
that's
it's
like
not
Wonderland.
fucking Wonderland.
No, what
I
am
don't know
thinking?
what it's called.
Fuck. They did like the big maze and shit.
Chudley's?
I feel like
Chudley's, not Chudley's Apple Farm. No.
I
No.
fucking went to
By the
one-
way, that
one
place
time.
is kick-ass.
No,
It
I
really
went
is
to one
kick-ass place.
time, like not too long ago. Like when we moved to Guelph, we went to like Fear Farm, is what it was called, and it was the fucking dumbest thing I'd ever done in my life. Not like
No,
I
I'm
don't know.
talking about Chudley's. Chudley's
Yeah,
is wicked.
don't be besmirching Chudley.
No, fuck
Yeah.
Chudley's. I remember
What?
this night because the Blue Jays were. It was like game one of the Blue Jays against Kansas City Royals and the American League fucking DS or whatever, right? And I really wanted to watch it, but the roommate fucking made me go to this Fear Fest thing, Fear Farm, and it was just like, what the fuck? Like there was a maze that was kind of cool, but then everything else was just like you walk through a barn or a trailer and people are following you and like trying to scare you. And it's
I
just
hate
like,
that.
This isn't
I
scary.
fucking hate that.
I hate that.
And it's
I
like,
went to one that was terrifying.
oh, they're so bad. Like, what the fuck are you gonna do? You can't touch me.
No.
You're not allowed to touch me. We live in a world of liability these days. Like, this is...
Yeah.
And there's that
And
awkward
it's like, well,
pause.
just get into it. Like, I kept getting... Like, well, just, like, pretend. And it's like, I don't fucking pretend.
I'm not a pretender.
You know? I'm not a
Ever.
child.
I'm not a
I
soccer
lost
player.
that. Why do you think I get high all the time? Because I can't pretend, damn it. You pushed, and you pushed, and you fucking got it out of me. I've lost it. No imagination, no pretend.
I gotta picture you in your truck. We're just driving down the road, and you're drinking a beer. Years ago. Not that you would do it anymore. You're
Evan.
drinking a beer. Yeah, you have a doobie, and you're in front of Chudley's. The Chudley sign is in the background.
Bullshit. Like,
I do.
What,
I have
like,
a picture. You're just driving down the road into Brampton, and I just happened to take a picture of you at the perfect moment.
Brampton's not... Chudley's isn't in Brampton.
It's on the way, Highway 10, right?
No, not fucking Highway 10. No way.
Isn't
No, I don't
it?
even know where Chudley's is. It's like a mythical fucking place to me now.
I think it's out there.
I think it's out more
Anyways.
like Rockwood, but
No.
I can't believe
No,
you
it's
just
the
outed
other way.
me. I've grown
Yeah,
up
I
since
outed
then,
you.
okay? Like, I've drink out of a
Yeah,
glass
you've grown
now.
up. I still drink and drive. I'll out myself. I don't care.
Yeah, okay, good.
I'm not proud of it. Like, it just happens. I live in a small community where no one's on the road at 4 in the morning, and I can just scoot home real quick.
Ooh.
You
Yeah,
know?
the back roads.
I don't make a point of it, but it happens, okay?
Yeah.
I'm still growing up, okay?
33
Don't
years
rush
old.
me! Yeah, don't fucking rush me!
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure they did lots
Sorry
of drinking and driving
about that.
back in the old Halloween days.
In Ireland.
Yeah.
In Ireland, when before
Yeah.
cars.
In my
Yeah. No,
year of traveling experience, I think Italy was number one for drinking and driving. Ireland was pretty low.
Really, eh?
yeah, well, okay.
But Italy,
you're
everyone
wrong there, I don't
just
know.
drunk and drive like they're just driving.
It's just driving.
Yeah.
in
Just
Italy.
driving. Spain was pretty high on the drinking and driving.
Like, is it illegal?
Yeah, super
Okay.
illegal.
It is?
Yeah.
Did you go to
Yeah.
Greece? Have you been to Greece
No,
yet?
I didn't go there.
No. Because apparently if you have anal sex, they call it getting Greek.
Yeah,
But, like, in
Yeah.
Greek, do you think in Greece they just call it fucking?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no other kind.
No. What's that
No.
other hole?
Yeah.
That's the baby hole. I don't want to get near that.
Yeah. You're stupid if you go in there. You're howling sour.
I thought I heard that New Zealand's pretty, I guess, non-strict about drinking and driving. I
Really?
had a friend visit there for a little bit, and he's like, you go buy a flat of beer and just drink it on the way home.
I feel like this is where we
Drink
should
some
kind of
middle
interject and be like, you know what, like drinking and driving is pretty stupid. Like this, let's just not.
It's not
do
a
it,
smart
people.
choice.
Like we're better than that. There's Uber. That's what Uber's for.
There's no Uber here. There's
Oh.
drinking and driving. That's what you do.
You got a DD? Yeah, he's called a drunk driver.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to get too deep into it, but some of my funnest times were drunk at the wheel.
All right,
with
so
a van
let's
full of
just not
people.
get into it.
Yeah.
I'll stop you there. Some of my best times were like sober in a church parking lot.
I'm gonna
Yeah, it was,
piggyback on Mike's
Yeah,
comment
fucking
and
pervert.
say some of my like best ending to a night was thinking like, oh fuck, now I gotta walk all the way home, and someone's like, hey, just hop in, I'll give you a ride, and I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
Can we stop at Pizza
Can we
Pizza?
go real quick so that like there's less chance that cops will find us?
Yeah, that always works.
I was always a
Yeah.
fan of like
Let's not
the drunk,
stop at any stop signs.
the drunk run home. That
Yeah.
was my fucking game for a very long time. When we used to do the stuffed olive days, I used to go to McDonald's or Mr. Stub after the bar at like 4 in the morning, 3 in the morning, and then just fucking run home as fast as I could.
You would sprint?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do that too.
Yeah.
Why?
It's just
Because
fun.
I was drunk and I wanted to go home and eat my food,
Mhm.
and I just fucking wanted to get home so quick, so I would run.
I'm really
Or like
impatient.
I would
Wow.
go to like a party, and if I was the only one that was walking by, like if I was just walking by myself, it's just like, alright, I'm gonna fucking run home now.
What?
Yeah,
I've
I
never
know.
seen you run in your entire life.
Buddy,
You know, it's only when you're
I
drunk.
play softball. I run every Wednesday.
I've actually never seen you play softball either, believe
Well,
it or
this
not.
guy is like the fastest
been
guy on
gone.
the team.
I'm
Okay, so you run one day a week and when you're drunk.
for like 40 seconds.
But
summer.
still, yeah, in the summer.
In the summer.
Take the
I
winters off.
actually had a run home the other night, Saturday night, for that reason.
The
When
drunk run home?
Yeah, it's like I could either walk and it'd
Yeah.
take 20 minutes, or I could run and be home in 8.
Yeah.
Is this a
he gets
Patterson family trait?
We never discussed
Oh,
it.
no.
It's just
it.
genetic.
No, like, again, I'm not going to out names,
Wow.
but I got buds that also swear, like, used to do the drunk run home.
Really?
Yeah.
We used to do the drunk tip in a dumpster on the way home. That's what we
Oh,
did.
yeah. That was...
like, there was no running. There was running for a little bit after we tipped the dumpster.
Like I
but-
say, if you have a reason to walk, if you're with somebody, you know, you're with some girls or
A
with a dude
future
or two, that
roommate.
you want to flip a dumpster, you walk, you know? I remember that was like the same fucking night that we discovered that we could order beer or order baby duck from the Olive to go. As long as
Ooh.
they... Because they
Didn't
had that
open it.
rule where you could come in with your own alcohol, like a BYOB. Like you
Yeah.
come in with your own bottle of wine corked, and they would uncork it for you, and you could leave. But
Yeah.
they had given us 2 bottles of baby duck for the go home. To go
Yeah.
home with, and neither of those bottles came home. Both, there was like 10 dudes, the group split up with a bottle each, dumpsters got
Yeah.
flipped,
Oh, yeah,
and
they did.
neither of those bottles made it back to my apartment.
No. No, I can vividly remember someone walking in with a cork.
Yeah.
And just like
So-
placing
so
it on the
flip.
table. Yeah. Yeah.
But fucking,
Yeah,
I
shit.
remember there was one night where we walked home
Those
and we
were
saw a
days.
dumpster and we flipped it over at like Max Milk and we thought it was like the funniest thing ever. Like giant dumpster, just flipped it. The next
Yeah.
day we walked back, went for breakfast, saw it, felt bad, so we flipped it over. And we were
Flipped
like,
it back.
Yeah, like we gotta be smarter than this. This isn't cool.
Especially
And then the
Yeah.
next night, went to the same bar. On the walk home, we went behind this Chinese restaurant that was actually on a
Oh.
snowy hill, and we fucking
Ooh.
pushed the dumpster all the way down the hill.
Down the hill.
And it was-
And dude, I got covered in fucking grease from flipping that dumpster. I mean, like pants, shirt,
Yeah, oh
just
yeah.
like nasty Chinese food grease.
Absolutely
Oh,
the
man.
worst.
But we weren't getting that one up the hill. There's no fucking way. That was a
No,
long way
but
down.
we did go
No.
back. We did go back the next night, and they had it back up the hill. Somebody had pushed it up. Someone had to go
Mhm.
get it.
They
I remember
must
that's
have
when
used
I
a
felt
car.
bad.
Like, there's no way you could push a dumpster up a snowy hill.
No, they had to. Yeah, they'd use a truck or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, those are some days, eh? Fuck.
That was like a 3-month period, Mike, where you just came back to Ontario and didn't
We
go
just
back
fuck
home.
shit up.
And we just fuck
Yeah,
shit up
We fuck shit up every night.
every night.
And then there was those fathers that came into the bar and
Because that kid, you made that kid suck your
Yeah.
dick.
and the dads thought I made that kid suck my dick.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, I mean, I wasn't there for the dads coming in, but like just the thought of that, like them walking in and be like, "Hey, my son was here last night and someone made him suck their dick."
Yeah.
He didn't suck my dick. He
No.
didn't suck my dick. He ate my piss though when I put his face in it, and that was
Yeah.
Just as
Yeah.
bad.
it's probably worse actually. You know?
I don't know. Like, rape? Rape
Yeah.
is just-
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I made him suck my dick, that would.
Yeah, that's what I'm
you're
saying,
right.
right? Like, if his allegation is, he made me suck his dick. Now, I'm a big fan of believing the accuser, but in this
Yeah.
situation, I know for a fact, no dicks were sucked.
No dick was sucked. No. But there was plenty of piss.
I'd like to know how
all
the
the piss.
game of telephone got to his dad that the story got changed.
I
Like,
don't
he was
know.
too ashamed to admit he got beat up and thrown in a puddle of piss. So he's just like, I just like sucked on a dick instead. That's what his piss all over my clothes.
Why do you smell like piss, son? Oh,
Oh, this guy
Oh,
made me
he
suck
caught
his
me
dick.
dead.
I was made to suck a dick.
Oh no. It might have been his sister, because he had a sister there that was like telling him to go home before everything blew up. And then, yeah, maybe she outed him.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that
Dad.
telephone game just got nasty real
He's
quick.
just embarrassed, yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well, he spit on me and flicked a cigarette in my face. Like, what's a guy to do? You know?
Yeah,
Make
it's
him
his funeral.
lick your piss.
Make
yeah.
him suck my dick.
You're gonna
Oh,
suck
no.
my dick.
You know.
Like I said,
I'm
that didn't happen though. I witnessed it.
No, it
Um,
didn't happen.
I can vouch.
It did. It turned into a pretty big fucking brawl, though.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
God, I love that bar.
That bar was great.
That
That,
was a
bar
great
was so
time.
good. On like the peak of the weekend, it was $10 pitchers. Like, come
Yeah.
on.
Thursday
You know,
to
that's
Saturday,
gonna-
$10 pitchers.
Yeah, you can't
Oh
beat it.
God.
That was a great place. Great times.
Good times. Fast women.
Yeah, very.
Cool beers. And it's
Couple
the fucking
dumpsters.
teapots. Remember the teapots?
Yeah.
That was just like a recipe for disaster. Just a fucking little teapot full of alcohol. Like, I don't even remember. It was just everything. They all had tequila
remember-
and fucking bourbon.
Yeah.
And vodka in it.
Yeah, it
just
was
mashed
disgusting.
together with a little sangria so you didn't taste anything.
And wasn't that their way of getting, like, selling booze after hours? Isn't that how that came
No,
to be?
no, that was just like
No?
they did that. It's like a New Zealand thing. Apparently, it's big in
Oh.
New Zealand, and the one bartender was from New Zealand. She
Yeah, that's right.
You're
introduced
thinking-
it.
Mike, you're thinking of that Chinese restaurant by my old house in Toronto with the cold tea.
Yeah. The cold tea,
Yeah.
and you go after hours and get cold tea,
Order cold tea.
and it was just booze.
It was just a fucking, little teapot
Yeah.
full of beer.
Yeah, the something dragon or
Not even tea, just beer.
No, it wasn't tea. You just ordered cold tea.
no.
Or you didn't even, you'd
Yeah,
sit
yeah.
down and they'd be like, cold tea? And you'd be like, yeah. And
Yep.
some chicken fried
Yep,
rice.
please. Yeah,
Right.
that was the same place that sold you buckets of beer. You got a bucket with 5 beers for like $20 or something.
Mm.
Just come to your table with a bucket. Yeah. KO Burger too was good for that.
Yep.
You could buy beers at 4 a.m. at KO
Yeah.
Burger.
And the burgers were 2 for $1.
Yeah, killer.
They KO ya.
KO, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, with that, I
Yeah,
think
shit.
should we do some Ask an Expert? What do you guys? I think it's time.
Ooh. Yeah.
You got
sure.
some, Mike. You look like you got a big question
Yeah.
brewing
Oh,
You're
there.
thinking hard over
I
there.
don't. You want? I was just gonna. Fuck. I'm gonna phone it in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, fuck, marry, kill. Fuck, marry, kill. Wolfman, Frankenstein, Jackie OLantern.
Is Jackie OLantern female? Did you just change?
No, that's
I don't want to
his,
assume
like,
an
you know,
gender in
nighttime.
2018.
No, it's a male.
Okay.
It's a male. That's his nighttime name. Jackie OLantern. Fuck, marry, kill.
All right. Well,
Can
I
you
think
kill
I would,
Frankenstein?
Yeah, you just burn
It's
him.
up to you, dude.
Yeah, you
It's
can
up
do
to
whatever you
you.
want. I already got it right here.
Yep.
I would totally kill Patio Lantern. Give him what he wants. He just wants to
Patio
go.
Lantern. Yeah.
Patio Lantern.
His brother? You're gonna kill his brother?
Or Jack-o'-lantern. Yeah, kill them both.
Yeah.
Jackie
Got a friend
on
OLantern
the
is night
afterworld.
self.
Yeah.
Package
If anything,
deal,
it's
yeah.
more of like a fuck you because he's already dead looking to cross over, and it's like, no, I'm just going to kill you again, and you're stuck in the same thing. I'd probably fuck Wolfman because
Wow.
I'm really into weird animalistic sex.
Yeah.
And then I would marry Frankenstein because, you know, love is dead.
Love
So.
is dead.
Yeah.
I feel like you'd be so low maintenance too.
Oh, for sure.
You
He's
just
just
gotta
grunting
Oh,
all the
chill.
time. And
Yeah, you don't have to do anything. Watch Black Mirror.
I mean, he might lose and you might have to sew on a new limb, but like, whatever. That's an afternoon.
Yeah. That's why I got the animal, the Wolfman to fuck. Be like, I'll rip off some people's arms if you want this.
Yeah.
Yeah, do my bidding.
So who you fucking, RJ?
Who you fucking, girl?
I don't know. That Wolfman seems aggressive.
That's
yeah,
what I
rip
want,
your dick
though.
off.
Back
Yeah.
it up.
Gotta tame it.
I think I would fuck Jack-o'-lantern.
You
You'd
fuck
what?
Jack OLantern?
Yeah.
You'd fuck him?
I just
Why?
want to humiliate him a little bit more.
Ooh.
Give him his little
Oh.
fucking turnip.
Stick it in his butt.
And then I think I'm with you. I'd marry the Frankenstein, kill the Wolfman.
Ooh,
Frankenstein just seems
wow.
like an easy
Wolfman.
life.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, but I would like to humiliate
think-
Jackie O'Lantern a little bit before he goes back to purgatory.
I would fuck
my piss,
Jackie
all
or
that
Patio
stuff.
Lantern, whichever one.
Both.
I think I would marry the Wolfman because he's only a wolf half the time, and those are, you know, those are the nights we get freaky.
Yeah.
The rest of the time, it's just like another dude around to like help do the dishes, you know, take the garbage out.
Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Good
Yeah.
call.
And I'd kill Frankenstein. I'd kill him.
Kill him.
Yeah,
Kill him dead.
yeah.
Oh man, that's great.
I was gonna say like white power Nazi. I was gonna throw in a white
Ooh.
power Nazi, but
Jesus.
Jackie O'Lantern, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, which well, if you threw a Nazi in there, you're still fucking him or what?
I think I could.
I would fuck the Nazi. I'd fuck the Nazi because they're so against gay people. Anything that's not white and straight. I'd fuck the Nazi just out of, you know, protest.
I honestly feel like besides the political beliefs, like a Nazi would just be like a normal person, wouldn't they? Like you just get along fine. Like your theory with the Wolfman. It's like they're not just like barbecuing Jewish people 24 hours a day.
I don't think
No,
so.
I think they'd just
So you
be
just
like
kill
a
him?
racist like friend, which we all have. Like you just kind of ignore it when they're talking about that kind of shit. And you're like, yeah, okay, dude, let's play Call of
fair
Duty.
enough. Yeah.
Fuck some zombies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got some friends that are pretty hard on the anti-Islam thing, and I kind of just got to stay out of it. Like,
Yeah.
it's too intense. It's too intense.
Yeah, Islam sucks, but Christianity also sucks.
Yep.
So do the Buddhists and the Jews. They all suck. You're
They
all
all
making
suck.
the world worse. Like that's how I feel.
Yeah.
You're the problem.
Yep.
All y'all. Stop
Putting a
believing in
blanket
dumb
over
fucking
everything.
holidays. Start fucking some Wolfman.
It's a wolf dick.
Buddy.
Yeah, bloody Wolfman.
My question for the group: what is your
Let's hear it.
favorite Halloween costume you came up with?
Oh,
Wow.
Like, what's when you look back on, you're like, yeah, nailed it.
I got it. I was an easy bake oven.
That's a good
I
one.
made myself into an easy bake oven, but the time was 4:20, and I had hot knives on the burner, and I picked all the hops that we had. They're not for brewing; they were just kind of like young hops we picked, and I made the oven like see-through, the oven door, and it had a big bag of hops in there that looked like weed. So I was like the easy bake oven. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, that was my favorite one.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I think my favorite one in the last couple of years was with the roommate when we went as Harry and Marv.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's a
yeah.
good one.
Because
That
I
one
really
was
didn't have
killer.
to do anything but fucking paint a iron on my face to go as
Yeah.
I guess as Marv.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
Wet
real
Bandits.
fucking easy.
Wet
And like I'll
bandits.
give the roommate credit. She fucking loves going balls to the walls with the Halloween. Like she wore a bald cap and got fucking ugly. You know. Like you said earlier, like girls like to go all slutty on Halloween, but like my girl likes
Oh,
to
your
go
roommate.
full ugly.
Your roommate.
Yeah.
Yeah, your roommate.
Girl or guy, let's not assume. We
Yeah.
always talk about how like we want to go as like Hannibal Lecter and Clarice.
Mm.
Clarice.
And,
Yeah.
but I would go as Clarice,
Yeah.
and she would go
Oh,
as Hannibal Lecter. And again, bald
You-
cap and pushing her around
Would
on
you-
a dolly the whole time.
Yeah, wheel around on a dolly all night.
Yeah, like and like she's like, I'd be into that, and it's like you're fucked.
Oh, no.
You're like great person, but you're fucked.
I'm leaving you there.
I love you,
Yeah,
but you're
just
fucked.
fucking leave her somewhere
Wheel her into
on
traffic.
the dolly, strapped up, mask on her face.
Yeah.
Enjoy your
Yeah,
fava
the
beans.
Harry and Marv, that was good. That was
That was
good.
a good
Damn
one.
good one.
Yeah.
What about you, RJ?
What about you, Arj? Yeah.
I don't really have any memorable ones. I think one issue I always have is like either glasses or no glasses, because I'm a real like
Oh,
nerd
yeah.
in that way. Like, so
No
like
one will know, yeah.
you can't be Batman with fucking glasses on. So if I'm gonna be Batman, I have to
No.
just like squint all night, because
Oh, yeah.
contacts are for
Look extra
pussies.
badass. Yeah.
So that's always like step one, like what's a glasses character, and if I can't think of one, then I'm just gonna have to squint. But
Yeah.
one I was really happy with was Peter Parker one year, and I had
I
like
remember that. That was a good one.
Superman or Spider-Man shirt under my jacket, had like a Daily Bugle badge and a camera, and then like
Oh, yeah.
your Marv outfit, like it required no other effort, just done.
Yeah.
Very little, yeah.
And like super comfortable to like go to a Halloween party in. It's just like regular clothes. Enough of the jacket
Yeah.
undone, you could see the Spider-Man underneath.
Camera around your
Camera
neck.
around the neck, ID badge on.
Done.
Because that's
Fucking
also like
done.
super important. If you're going to like a good Halloween party, like you want to make the entrance, but you also kind of want to be comfortable.
Yeah, not
No,
me,
you
apparently.
wear the goddamn
No,
Easy Bake
no.
Oven.
Every year I'm a fucking giant box, but like it is fun. It's fun in a different way.
Yeah.
Where like you're constantly bumping into people, being like, "Oh, sorry. Oh, I'll get you a beer next round." You know, oops. You know.
Wolverine.
And I always try. I always try and hug other people. Like try to get like kind of sexual with other people that
Wow.
consensually sexual with other people who are also in big giant costumes because it's just funny.
Yeah.
It's funny. You can't do it. I tried to give this woman was like a fortune teller. She was like one of those animatronic fortune tellers, right? So like the old timey, animatronic fortune teller. You put the light would come on and you'd be all fucking kind of robotic. She was this. It was super rad costume, very well done. And like we were friends, so I was just trying to give her hugs all night, and it was just and I was the milk carton that year, and it was just super awkward. Like half turned kind of sideways, like
That's
this is
great.
fun. But it's uncomfortable. It's not great
No.
for a house party.
No, but fashion isn't comfortable.
No.
So,
Doesn't not that day a year.
all right. So I guess my question is, what was your guys' favorite treat to get at Halloween?
It's got to be the full-size
ooh.
bar.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Crispy Crunch. Crispy
Used
Crunch.
to go to the mall and get the full-size bar.
Yeah, or Max Milk would sometimes give out the full-size bar.
Yeah.
That was
I
always...
was always a fan when people gave out cans of pop.
Yeah.
Cola.
Ooh.
I was always like, wow, that's commitment. That's like $1.
Yeah.
I know you care, not 30 cents on one Reese peanut butter cup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a fucking
Right
coconut
behind the,
sucker.
I used to always love the chips, too. People always, like, rag on getting chips in their trick-or-treat bag.
Oh, I love
because it
Yeah.
takes up so much
Yeah.
room. But
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. Especially, like, for the next, like, 4 months, you had, like, chips in your
At
lunch
school?
every day at school.
Yeah.
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 Little baby Doritos and Lay's
Anything.
Original.
Yeah, or even just, like, no-name
Yeah.
plain fucking
Totally
Halloween
loved
chip. Take it.
Give me some of those. A
Yeah.
little bit of Halloween
I like
good
some-
dip.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's what I'm having for dinner for the next 3 days.
That's not a bad fucking dinner.
Bad
Such
dinner.
a single dad. Single
Single dad dinner, yeah. Yeah.
Fucking hot dogs and potato chips.
Yeah.
Man, we had a
Had a
lot of
couple
those
of
days
those. Right.
growing up.
Yeah, my dad's not single. He just gets shitty at
Whenever
dinner.
Dad had to cook, we always had chips for dinner.
Just like cheese sandwiches with bacon.
And chips.
Chips.
Yeah.
Always
Chips.
chips.
A lot of chips.
Behind the library in town, there was like the dentist lived back there, and you knew what house it was, right? Because every year he'd give you a fucking toothbrush or a thing of floss. But like the neighbors right next door must have been doing it like out of protest. They were known for the full size bars.
Nice.
So it
Wow.
was like you'd go to their house, get the full size bar. Right next door, you go to the dentist's house and like just kind of laugh at him while he puts the toothbrush in your bag.
Yeah.
Never gonna use this.
I remember getting like full candy apples a couple times. And that
Really,
was
eh?
like, and it was one of those, like, it's just so elusive that, like, you either got them or you didn't. Like, you couldn't plan on the house.
No,
it was
no.
just like,
Yeah.
if you were, like, it's like a Blue Jay game, right? Like, if you were, like, the first 100 people to the house, you got a fucking candy apple.
Bobblehead.
Yeah,
Candy
you
Like,
apple, yeah.
first come, first serve, too. They had like
Yeah.
12 made. So you kind of had to
You
go
get the
around.
Roberto Alomar bobblehead, him spitting on the umpire.
Fucking AIDS spit.
Yeah. Full
I
blown
had
AIDS.
yeah.
Yeah.
I had a Croatian friend growing up. I think you guys know who that is. And when we turned about 13 maybe 14, we would go to his parents' house. Like we'd stop in there, him as well. We'd be in a gang, right? And we'd stop in there, 12, 13 years old, and his dad would give us fucking like salami or sausage that he cured in his garage and a beer. And we every year we'd get a beer and like a salami or like a piece of like awesome
Wow.
sausage too,
That's
like
awesome.
world class.
Yeah.
And he'd give us a fucking beer, and it was
Yeah.
just like run off into the dark. You know.
Well, happy Halloween.
We used to stay out till like I'm talking like if Halloween was a Friday or Saturday, we'd be out till 2
Oh,
a.m.
yeah.
Without cell
yeah.
phones, like
No,
yeah.
God, no.
parents would just leave the door open and you just stumble in all high on sugar, you know.
I feel like Halloween was one of the first times ever being like out and unsupervised.
Yeah,
You know, like we would
Oh,
play
yeah.
like in the day and go like riding bikes and shit, but you always kind of had to be home by dark. But Halloween,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
when you're like 9 or 10 and you're just out all fucking night,
all night till the people have to like turn their lights
Yeah.
off so you don't come around.
and even
Yeah.
then when all the lights are off and there's no more
Oh, yeah.
treating, it's like you just go like
That's
go
when
to a
shit
park
got
and
real.
eat some of the best stuff first.
yeah.
Start some fires.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
We were never really we weren't candy snatchers. Like we never did that, but we definitely
No.
like fucking threw eggs and took pisses on stuff.
No, yeah,
and
big on
Yeah.
pissing on stuff.
did all that kind of. Yeah, there was always the one kid that would say he's gonna shit in a bag, but it never happened. You know, like no one ever shit in a bag.
I said that in our group chat today. I shit in a box one time, but it wasn't a prank. I don't even
Like
think
an
I've
empty
ever
chip
even
box
told
where all the
this
little
fucking-
chips come in. You,
I don't even think I've ever told
Shit,
this
no.
story. But I like had
Let's
just
hear it.
started like dating this girl that lived in like the south, way on the other side of town. And like
Yeah.
the whole night of just like walking around and eating fucking
Holy
candy
shit.
and fucking, you know, pops and stuff, whatever they gave us. Like I just got the wickedest gut rot. And I'm like,
Yeah.
you know, I'll walk you home. Like, being like
gentleman.
nice.
Yeah.
And we like got
fucking nice.
we got like over halfway, like 3/4 of the way, and I just like realized like I'm not gonna make it, and even if I make it, like they're gonna have to get a new bathroom. Like, what's that?
Yeah.
Like I just
She was
Was
there.
she there?
For it? Like,
no, that's what I mean. Like I had to like make the call of like, okay, I walked you home far enough. See you later.
I hope you make it the rest
I
of
hope
the
you
way.
make it the rest of the way, but
like
I gotta go.
which part of the town? Like, did you walk like down 9th line, or did
No,
you
we
walk?
walked down like Mountain View, yeah. So we got probably like past 7-Eleven, like down Argyle,
okay.
and I was like, okay, I walked you far enough. See you later.
Yeah.
And it was like an awkward,
can't
like,
know
oh
what to
shit,
do.
like I thought you were coming back to my house kind of thing. And it's like, nope,
Yeah.
see you tomorrow. And then like as soon as I got like around the corner, I just started running, like just full run home. And then I got as far as that like Salvation.
Oh, that makes it worse. You can't run. You gotta.
There was
tight
no
clench
saving
walk.
it. It was
Tight
like I knew I
waddle,
wasn't
yeah.
gonna make it, so I just wanted to get like away from the street lights. And I got to the like
Yeah.
Salvation Army parking lot and just fucking ruined this like cardboard box I found.
Like, where did you find the box?
It was just there because there's like clothes drop off and stuff.
Yeah, empty out the clothes.
Yeah,
and
I
shit
think
in
it
the
was like a
box.
cardboard box with like a garbage bag of clothes in it, and I just dumped the garbage bag of clothes out. Took a
Oh,
wet.
Where'd you
wet.
put the box?
I just left it there.
Yeah. Oh no!
Fucking
At the
trick or
receptacle of
treat.
clothes?
No, like there was a cardboard box with a garbage bag in it, and I just took the garbage bag. It's like they put the garbage bag in the box so the bag wouldn't get like destroyed, I guess. I don't know how often they pick it up.
Yeah.
So I just like put the bag on the ground and used their box.
Shit in the box.
Like a child's like porta potty.
Wow.
Oh no!
Just left it.
Wow.
All right, well, I
Yeah,
guess that's
I've
our
never-
Halloween episode. For...
Filled that box up. Fucking candy corn.
I don't know how you. I
Ran
think
through
I'm not
it.
good at ending things, but I think that's where you end it right there.
We'll see you next week.
Wait, was this on Halloween?
Yeah.
Was it on Halloween, that
Halloween
you shit in
night.
a box?
Nice.
So instead of corn, was it full of candy corn?
It was candy corn.
Candy
it was candy corn.
Okay.
And it came out of me like wet taffy.
Oh.
All right, you can
Oh,
find us
no.
on fucking iTunes, SoundCloud, Frontline Fiesta. Love you guys. See you next week, everybody.
See ya.
See ya.
Thanks everybody for tuning in this week. We are Pretty Much Experts. You can check us out on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and YouTube. While you're at it, go have a look at our Facebook page. You can ask an expert any time of day or night, whatever you like. And if you're into it, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. We want to hear from you, baby. Thanks again everybody. Tune in next week. We are Pretty Much Experts, and we love you, I guess.
Well, let's go. I'm stressing. are just too afraid to go in. My mind